Anyway, so what are we getting into today? I'm actually going to do this, so this is included in the fluorescent fungus upload that goes up, because I figure people maybe want to see this, and if you didn't, just skip ahead. I chapter these videos, so if you're not interested in the Buckeye Brawl, move along, but I want to just touch on this for a second. This first, we're going to do a little slideshow, a little faux PowerPoint presentation. What we're looking at here is the deck that I played at the Buckeye Brawl. I'll go ahead and spoil my record now. I lost my win in round 7 and got 9th place after everyone finished their rounds. So I did get a cool prize for 9th place that I'll show you in a second, but this is the deck. I made some changes to Responsible Joseph's deck, but in my testing, I tested his 75 for most of my testing. So I said, we're gonna ball with Responsible Joseph's exact 75. So shout out Responsible Joe for the list, but this is the blue-white deck. This is the one that I played in paper, and really cool. This deck photo doesn't quite accurately represent what I played card for card. There are the cards, but I got a powder keg for top 16ing, so I stamped it. They let us use the Buckeye Brawl stamps there. It was a whole art project after the fact. It was a very fun event. And I also got my Mishra's Factory stamp, my naked one, to go with my 3 trophy ones. And that was at the Metalworker Hype House in Upper Arlington the night before the event. So that was cool. But this is the list. I thought you guys would like to see it. Also, I need to flip it. I figured I have access to it here, so I may as well just show it off. Darian Balzer, the other metalworker that happened to also top 16 with the same record as me. We actually played next to each other for the entirety of the event and never had to team kill, which was super cool. This was his Angry Ghoul deck, which was good for a 5-2. We were both on the outside looking in for top 8. It was very close. And if you were wondering how everyone else did, I think Guy, Chris, and Foley all went 4 and 3, and so did Mr. Meeseeks, Albano Corsi. So we showed up. We put up some numbers for this event, which was really cool. Just some more photos. This is one of the 2 rooms that were being played. This doesn't look that intimidating on, this little slideshow I'm doing, but this is a massive pre-modern tournament. I think this must have been the biggest non-LobsterCon North American pre-modern tournament. Also, can I zoom in? Is that a thing that this thing will let me do? It is. This is that's your boy Chris Shavers, and if anyone didn't know, next to him, that's the legendary Soup Smuggler in the red. So that was pretty sick to actually meet him in real life too. Hey, Mr. Thing, I want to zoom out all. Nope, I want to reset this to 100% so I can skip through the photo. There we go. Oh no, we missed one. Here's just another. That's the same shot. That's the same shot. Here's just another wide shot. Oh, I didn't just realize you can see me right there. That's Mr. Ron. I won't spoil your handle unless you're okay with it, Ron. But, oh, by the way, this is another cool little feature. This is Disgruntled Elk. He was there. I believe he went 4-3 with a Stifle Knot, which was super cool. Just some more little close-ups. There's Mr. Guy Scott playing his Mad Dogs deck. Oh, Max couldn't make it because he was in New York. That was a huge bummer. Wraith, let me read this comment from Wraith so I can know if that's me. He pointed out, yep, that is Wraith Zero, Mr. Jacked Ron himself. This is Max wasn't there, so I did my best to represent him at the event. This was my 9th place. Oh, by the way, this right here, let me make sure I don't butcher his name. I want to get first and last name. I think his last name is pronounced Haiti, but I can actually just check, I think, by going through Spice Rack. So hold while I do that so I don't mess up his name. Standings. There he is, Brian Hadel. Brian Hadel, huge value vintage guy, also top 16. There he is right there. We got to play on the feature match. You're going to see that in Heavy Plays channel. So many cool people there. It was insanely cool. Here was some of my prizing. These 2 weren't prizing. They were just gifted to me. They got some sweet stamps on the Polluter and the Avenger. And then we've got the stamped Ravenous Rats for the Buckeye Brawl entry. These stamps are so cool. And then here, this is a kind of ironic. I only play Islands, but the 9th place prize was a stamped Altered Choke by Tony of the Retromancers, which was super cool. And then, I got a ton of signatures on my Phyrexian Dreadnought. Now we've got some Retromancer signatures. If you look here, that's Billy DeRescue's signature. It's very cool. And then afterwards, we went to a tiki bar. It was pretty tight. Those were guys' fish tacos. We got some lobster rangoons. I got the fish and chips. We didn't take a picture of that. This is called the Funky Monkey. This is delicious. Rachel basically got an ice cream drink, which was also delicious because I drank half of it. There's us. And then finally, the important one, Metalworkers, all 12 of us. Darian was a boss. He went ahead and got this, he made a reservation for 12 and it worked out perfect. There's Shirty in the back. He came way out of town. He's not from Michigan. Anyway, that's it. That was cool. I just figured some of you would want to see that. It ruled. It was the coolest event I've ever been to. And I like to think we put on some cool events here in Michigan, but the Retromancers knocked it all the way out of the park. Sorry about the huge preamble if you're not someone who cares, but you didn't care to skip forward. What are we doing today? I heard that Doomwake played this Is It Minotaurs deck, and I said, you know what, if Doomwake's going to have the balls to do this, I need to too. So let's go through this deck. It just did very well in an event. You can find, I think it was the Crab Cup 7th place player that placed this, if you want to go look at that list for yourself. The mana base isn't worth noting. It's got 4 factories, 2 conclaves, and a bunch of like utility and colored producing lands, because we are a Standstill deck. But we're doing something really cool under Standstill. We are playing Didgeridoo. It's 3 mana. Put a Minotaur permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. We'll get to those in just a sec. Mind you, activating this can be done under Standstill without cracking the Standstill, which is just synergy. Lightning Bolt, Counterspell, Mana Leak, Fire Ice, Prophetic Bolt, Pyrokinesis. We all know what these cards do. The other 2 cards are Tahngarth, Talruum Hero, a Vigilant 4/4 5-drop that can tap to deal damage equal to its power to a creature, and then that creature deals damage equal to its power to him. It's crazy. Then we've got the Minotaur Illusionists, which is it's kind of like a little mini Morphling. 3/4 for 5, but it's really 3 mana because we're going to cheat it in. It gains Shroud for 2 mana, and then you can sacrifice it to deal damage equal to its power to target creature. So these are just like sweet threats you can cheat in with the pipe, the Didgeridoo. And then the sideboard, I'm not going to go over it. It's full of sideboard cards, and none of them are particularly interesting. They're just all good. This is the deck we're playing in this league. If I seem like I'm in a good mood, it's because I had the best weekend I've had in a long time. The Retromancers, shout out to them again. They put on an awesome event. And there's also some other cool events that were people talked to me about in the at the event that are going to be happening very shortly. One of them is in Kentucky, and I will spoil it in a video coming up in the next 2 or 3 days. But it's going to be a big one. The side events themselves are massive. And I went ahead and vetted the LGS. And it's a sick LGS. It can hold like 300 people. So that's going to be a sick. Anyway, that's all you need to know. Let's go ahead and hop into some leagues. Alrighty, we found our first opponent and we are on the draw, but we have a Didgeridoo and a Minotaur. I feel like the laws of nature don't allow us to mulligan this, so I will keep. I'm also going to be chatting a little bit throughout this about how my event went between turns. Are you guys okay with that? Because this Minotaur's deck, I don't have high hopes for my ability to pilot it into a trophy. I did just trophy today. Maybe between rounds we'll talk about that. We got a Mox Diamond start. That's fine. I'm just opening up my notes because I actually have my tournament notes in my phone. Ooh, Weather Wayfarer. So you're telling me if I don't play a land, you can't activate it? I don't think that's the game we're playing. We'll go Island, tap it, Didgeridoo, yield through turn. All right, round 1, I 2-0'd Uzi. I wish that match got coverage. I won't go over the individual turns because it was a long, grindy game. Just know that it was close and my opponent was an absolute Chad. Also, Josh from the Retromancers 2-0'd us. That was our first loss for the day in round 2 with green-white Oath Pawn, so that messed me up really bad. Then we went round 3, I 2-0'd Replenish, but that's just a good matchup for me. So that one was, we could make that guess pretty accurately. Round 4 was a cool one. I played against Ron, our Wraith 0 on Enchantress, and it was a tight, close 2-1. Game 3 was decided by the card Dawning Purist, who whenever it connects, it destroys an enchantment. I rode that through the 3rd game, and it was still close, but I wound up just edging. Just enough damage before he could stabilize. Saturday, your luck versus me continued. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I got very lucky to beat Ron. And then we went into round 5 where I played against, I can't remember my opponent's name. I think it was something Beardsley, Jay Beardsley. He was on the Mad Dogs deck. That guy was also playing. And I got him in a close 2. I think that matchup's very close. And then, Standstill. Can I just jam this Standstill and then try to use the Didgeridoo to like grind out this Weather Wayfarer? I think I can. Tap 1, tap 2, Standstill, yield. And then finally, the last 2 rounds, I played against Brian. He was playing Flinker Oath. That one was on coverage. I won't spoil the finish, but it was a tight set of games. And then finally, round 7, I played against Sam Reichman, whose father was there. They were the coolest people ever to hang out with. And we had to play it because he could have ID'd with me to get into the top 8, but I had to play. I didn't have a choice but to play because I was in 8th place, the second worst tiebreaker, 5-1 at that point in the tournament. So I had to play. And then, so I had to no-sir him, which felt bad. But luckily, he destroyed me in game 3. They were really tight games. A lot of fun interactions were happening throughout the entire game. But ultimately, game 3 boiled down to me keeping a good 7 that had no swords. He looked at me in the eye, read that I didn't have it, Dark Writ Hippie, Dark Writ Gloom, and I lost the game, and he was in the top 8. So that was a really cool moment. Got to sign a bunch of cards, which was really cool. Anyway, sorry about the ranting. I just wanted to get all of that out so I can actually focus on this league. We got a couple Nimble Mongoose. Hey, my dude, why no guy in recent videos? Oh, he's just getting off the end of his busy season. He repairs fireplaces. So winter's really, really busy for him. All right, so they cheated into Nimble Mongoose and they cracked my Standstill. However, now I can play an Island. As much as I would love to hold up Didgeridoo, and as much as I would like to hold up... Oh, I was supposed to play a mountain there. I guess I'm holding up Counterspell now. That was a punt. I'm so excited talking about the Buckeye Brawl that I think I just punted. So what I was supposed to do is probably Fireweather, Wayfarer, Fireface. I think that was the play. But instead, I've done this. So I think what I need to do is hold up Counterspell / Minotaur Illusionist. So I'm just going to go to discard and pitch an island. John is really cool. I've gotten to meet him twice and played at the Brawl in the first Akron event. That rules. Yeah, you're talking about John, last name Reichman, right? He was a firm handshake, that guy. Super, like, alarmingly firm handshake. All right, there's the Wasteland. Do we just cheat in the Minotaur Illusionist, or do we wait till we can give it Shroud? Greed is good. Greed is good. You've blown up my land. They're not thresholded yet. I'm only taking 2. Rip, I got to get back to work. I miss catching the streams. Good luck in the league. Thanks, Shirt. It was really good hanging with you all weekend, buddy. Shirt, honorary metalworker, hung with us all. He stayed at the Airbnb with us, so it was a super chill hang. Also, a lot of sweet altar swaps happened in that room. All right, take 2. Just still going to hold up Counterspell until next turn. That way I can counter this and your Brush Hopper. All right, so this is T-Ged. Next turn, on tap, draw. So the thing I have to be really wary of here is Armageddon. If they have it, I guess we're just kind of screwed. I should have played this mountain last turn. This would have been a lot cleaner. But I believe I need to go fire. Otherwise, they're going to keep grinding our face down with that Weathered Wayfarer. And we technically have 3 lands in hand. The only problem is if they Armageddon, those Nimble Mongoose are going to become super duper thresholded, and that's going to be bad for us. I will test a Braids Cabal Minion deck tomorrow with my Premodern buddy. I hope it will. We might be playing some Braids today, actually. Spoiler alert. Sorry if you're watching this on the Fluorescent Fungus channel, that's going to be a different video. But if you're watching this live, you might just be able to watch it in an hour or 2. Take 2 off of the Nimble Mongoose. On tap, take a draw. So if I wait one more turn, I can cheat in the Illusionist and hold up. How much does it cost to activate this? 3? 3. I can cheat in the Illusionist and hold up Shroud. Maybe that's the way. Because I can't sack it to beat up on a Nimble Mongoose. Black Ponza? Yeah, exactly, Sour. Minotaurs before Casino, I see. Listen, Kevin, you're the casino guy. You just got to come to the studio and play it yourself, man. I'm not a gambler. Wow, Didgeridoo cost 3 to activate? I thought it was only 1. It's 1 to play, 3 to activate. This is my first time playing the card as well. Opponent took some pain to draw an extra card. What's going on, Steve Star? How we doing, baby? Let me delete the and Buckeye Ball report part from the title, since I already went through that. That way people don't come in like, oh, what happened? Because it'll make the video. I intentionally did it during the part of the video that makes Fluorescent Fungus, so people could watch it and post if they wanted to. All right, we'll take 2 here. This Minotaur Illusionist, luckily, is a 3/4. That's actually a pretty big deal. Shroom, I got a deck that I bet you'll be interested in playing on stream at some point. Oh, shit. So, oh, no, not Cataclysm. Well, Minotaur Illusionist, I guess. Send that shit. Grantfly, do you have me on Twitter or Discord? If not, you can post it here, but I don't. Juice, can you let Grant post a link? Is that a thing we can do? Oh, they didn't leave up white, though. That's interesting. So now I can keep an island, play an island. I probably just keep a mountain, play an island, hold up the Minotaur Shroud, and play that game for a while. Opening a stream to that Minotaur is delightful. What's up, Namu? How you doing? I saw your report on your events over the weekend in the Discord. Very sick. I should have just made the Buckeye Ball report as its own video. I'm like in a really weird spot in this game because I was focusing more on like trying to share my little story with everybody than I was playing the game. All right, we'll keep Minotaur. We'll actually keep a mountain because it's our only red source, plus the Didgeridoo. Done. All right, now we're just going to stare at each other, but you have a Sylvan. I guess we can win this race. Deck list for me on that page, it's a spicy one. All right, let me click this. Ayo, I got it. I got you. Let's see if I can scroll down to the one that was yours. Uh-oh, Multani's Acolyte, Deranged Hermit. Equilibrium. We'll look at this soon. This is some crazy shit. All right, what are we doing? We're playing an island. I don't want to get wastelanded. Are we just attacking? I think I need to tax opponents. Plus, I've got some burn damage. I think I need to tax opponents' ability to use that library right now. Attack. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of 9th. And Darian, Hockey Guru in the chat, also got, I think 14th or 15th. About 100 people showed up, just under 100. Planeswalker. But out of that many players, 9th, I'm actually really happy with, considering I was also playing a rogue adjacent deck. Anyway, yeah, we attack them for 3. We can keep Shroud up on our Minotaur, which I think we have to do. I don't think we can just like fling this ice unless they tap out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that. I might have to stream that soon. That looks sick. Tap for 1, 2. What is this, a Werebear? Ooh, they're gonna Rith's Grove. So I've got to use ice to tap down Terravor. Is that what they're telling me? Looks like it. Okay, you've got a Terravor. Youch. And I don't think we're icing Terravor here. I think we need to do it in combat. Untap, draw. Another ice. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's so close to lethal. But I can't convert the Prophetic Bolt. So we'll play Faerie Conclave and we'll just chill. Library does library things. But yeah, I think like 8 out of the 10 metalworkers, Motor City metalworkers that showed up, 7 of it out of the 10 had positive win rates, which was also really cool to see. Okay, so I can give this thing Shroud, but then I can't tap Terravor. And Terravor is nearly lethal. Maybe I can just take like, is this 10? We have to hope they don't fetch. I think I'm going to take a risk here. Give this Shroud. Attackers for 10. That makes sense. And then we go to my turn. Let's see what we can draw. Another Factory is actually not bad. So we need to hold up the Minotaur Illusionist to block the Mongoose. We need Ice to tap the Terravor. And then what's our line here? Like draw multiple copies of Bolt and try to win that way. Maybe sneak in an attack or two with Faerie Conclave. Ooh, Counterburn looks more closely at board state. Hold up. Yeah, this is not quite Counterburn. It's like Counterburn adjacent. Oh no, Treetop might fuck us up actually. No attackers. No thank you. Tap, tap, Ice, Terravor. Yeah, getting Ponza by Brian BK is that's a hell of a accomplishment. All right, you can attack for 3 if you want to. This Pyrokinesis might matter. I go on tap, draw. That's a mana leak. We basically have to keep drawing lands because I need to like fire this Prophetic Bolt off at their face. Why no also fire? I want to fire their face. You can't do both. These old split cards, you have to choose one. You can't, I can't remember the name of that keyword. Fuse, I think is the keyword. You cannot do that with old split cards. It was a very specific subset of split cards that let you do that. Invasion had Fusant. Yep. You're getting busy with the Treetop. I don't think this goes the way you want it to. Rith's Grove. Okay, so you got to either sack the Rith's Grove or pick up the Treetop Village. It's a non-layer land, my guy. That did not do a lot. Or did you sack it? They sacked it? I don't understand that. Okay, we're going to Ice Terravor. Yeah, but I'm at 1. They don't need the Vor to be bigger, right? And then they may declare attackers. Now, yeah, I was going to say you actually can't. That's not going to go the way you want at all. End step, and I wish I could do something right now, but I kind of can't. We just got to go to our turn. Good one. Mana leak. All right, we are on the outside looking in. We can block with 6, 7, 8, 9. So, nope, yeah, that's not quite enough. All right, concede. This may have gone different if I wasn't gushing about the Buckeye Brawl. We could have, if we could have iced that Wayfarer a turn sooner, that may have slowed them down just enough. We'll see, though. I think Tormod's Crypt is good. Is Misdirection good? I think all they have is swords that Misdirection cares about. Maybe naturalize the Didgeridoo, and we can be like, nah, naturalize your Sylvan Library, actually. Could be okay. I know Pyrokinesis sucks. I think Lightning Bolt also might be below rate, although they could have Werebear. It wouldn't be too embarrassing there. We should convince Pando to let me break the proxy limit for a little for one event to play Battle of Wits. I mean, we could do that, or you could just send me your list. I think with our combined powers, plus like a couple of the other local guys, we could just build you Battle of Wits, bro. All right, Wraith, have a good meeting, buddy. Is Pyroclasm reasonable? I don't think so. Misdirection, I think, is also a little bit loose. I think it's just a couple of Crypts for a couple Pyrokinesis. Did you see the 112 card control deck that 5-0'd? I did. All right, we're going to be on the play. This hand has Didgeridoo into Standstill, and to hope they don't have manlands, we ball. All right, here's my island. Here's my tapping it. Here's my pipe. Go. Fetch. No fetch. Yield. All right, there's a counterspell. I think we are just standstilling. Yield through turn. That would work too. I've got to decide on a list. It feels like the main one that's been going around is missing a couple of things. Yeah, I don't think there's a stock Battle of Wits deck. Mishra's Factory. We should import for sure. Oh, they're just cracking it. Awesome. No land. Uh-oh. Yield through turn. Land off the top. Nice. Play it. Do we just standstill again? Feels like a fine play. We could also just take a couple turns to like hold up mana leak and like burn them out a little bit. Yeah, I want to empty my hand a little bit before they crack another standstill. Yeah, I agree, card breaker. I just don't know what I'm bringing in to cut the standstills, you know? Wasteland, Secluded Step. Hidden Gibbons? Definitely not. That's not how we tap for that though. Mana leak. And then I guess we're going to bolt them at end step. We need to get the job done at some point somehow. Next turn. Ooh. A guy to cheat in. All right, pass turn. Library does library stuff. Hate to see it. Ooh, there's a wasteland. All right, I think we want to just cheat in with the Didgeridoo right now. Make them have the swords. They probably do, but like, I don't have another land drop, so it's not like I can activate it next turn for sure. For sure, F6. Where could we watch the coverage of the Buckeye Brawl? It was recorded. Andrew Heavy Play will be handling that. You have hoarded me. I have drawn a land. It is time to play Standstill. Go. Don't mind me currently adding these cards to my TCG cart. Smart. They take 4. White. Oh, they're going to crack the Standstill straight away. All right, Weather Wayfarer is going to crack the Standstill. Another do, but no Minotaur. Diamond for sure. Wasteland for sure. Probably tap an island here. They tap mountain, we're just going to bolt them. All right, yeah, you've tapped an island. Island for turn, and we're just going to chill. We've actually got like lethal in our hand damage-wise. The thing about is like it's going to be really hard to cast, right? Because they're going to be attacking our mana for the rest of the game. But if we can convert these bolts, our opponent is dead. The prophetic bolts, that is. That's why I'm not bolting the Weathered Wayfarer. I think if I can find a way to convert these cards into their life total, we can go to game 3. Windy, combat. I would attack for 1. No? Afraid of the Didgeridoo. Tap, bolt, face. And I think we're also going to tap the Rishan import. This is going to seem weird, but if we draw a land, I want to be able to unload a Prophetic Bolt immediately. They could wasteland their own port here to stop me from drawing the card. They don't. All right, my turn. Here's a mountain, and I drew a Minotaur too. Solid. Saw some play in Legacy. That makes sense. The amount of Minotaurs we have access to in the pre-modern format is so choked, right? Yeah, you activate Weathered Wayfarer. That is fine. Don't Armageddon me, bro. I need my lands to win. Going to grab a treetop. I think that means we might... No, we could probably get Armageddon here anyway. Treetop is actually really good post-Armageddon. But we've got counterspells, so like, it's fine. There's the treetop. Attackers, I wouldn't. End step. All right, we could Prophetic Bolt, but now I think this is better. 1, 2, 3. Illusionist. You know, STP? All right, you must have 2 STPs. Shroud. All right, they have 2 STPs. That's fine. A 2-for-1's a 2-for-1 where I come from. Looks like they want to port us, so I have a response. Profs bolt you. All right, we see a Tormod Crypt. We also see a Minotaur Illusionist. I think the thing that really beats us here is Cataclysm / Armageddon. And the way we can kind of insulate against that is going to be the Crypt, I think. As much as I do want to take the Illusionist. I think we're also going to hold the mountain. We'll just play Tormod's Crypts and we'll pass. That's all I got, opponent. You can go. Another treetop. Oh, they want to turn the corner. They might just be dead. Youch, I take 4, but I'm at 27, so I go to 23. For sure. End step. My turn? Ooh, Barbarian Ring too? Let's just go ahead and Profs Bolt them. Let's see if they have it. Swords your own weathered. Oh, Pyroblast. Sweet, no response. All right, we will play a land now and pass to you. I didn't see they had red up. Their little diamonds tucked away in the corner. So I am thresholded. So if I can find like a fire ice or a bolt, I can kill them with that and the Barbarian Ring. So we still got a chance. Here comes a treetop. Get that second one going too. I think you have to turn the corner fast, right? No, we don't want to. Okay. Ouch. Armageddon. Sure. End step. So I probably don't even play this Barbarian Ring till I draw a basic. There's a Reef. That's just going to get wastelanded. So I'm not going to give them free activations off Wayfarer. I'm not in a rush. They play a Plains. So this lets me play a land. Pretty big deal. Okay, that's a really big deal. It's a Lightning Bolt. Pass turn. Holding lands against Wayfarer. That looks familiar. Yeah, I learned it from you, Ron. All right, library triggers. If they don't find action right now, they're dead. But they need to wasteland us right now. Otherwise, I can bolt them, play Barbarian Ring, crack it. They're dead. We got there. Wow, we're going to game 3. Youch. End step. Let's go ahead and bolt them. Red, you. My turn. On tap draw. Ayo. Ring you. Got him. All right, game 3. Nice. I still like my plan, except for I think Standstill is like significantly worse now. Maybe I want like some number of overloads. Maybe I can trim like a couple Standstills for a couple overloads since I'm on the draw. Standstilling the lands deck on the draw probably not going to get us where we want to go. This hand probably is on the outside looking in. Our only blue source is wastelandable. Yeah, we'll mulligan. This hand is a little bit better. It's only 1 spell, but I think we just like pitch the Faerie Conclave and hope to top deck well. That first hand, we just go like Faerie Conclave, they wasteland us, we're on double red for the whole game, they just play creatures I can't target. I think that's the shape of that if I would have kept that hand. Yield, turn, another island, not what we wanted to see, but maybe our opponent's on a slow hand as well. Fetch an end step, and they're gonna do what? Port, for sure. Yeah, if you're on the slow plan, I'm into it. Not my island, it's tapped. Ooh, a Minotaur. Here's another island, you may go. These Minotaurs probably do not feel as good when you have to hardcast them. Ooh, Battlefield Forge. Nothing? Great. Definitely tap an island. Don't let me have that for free. Yeah, it's tapped. Overload, not a bad one. We'll just play another island. I'm going to try to stay off of Wasteland for a little bit. And I might even ice their Rishan import at end step. I don't know. No, not this turn. There's nothing I want to do on 4 mana. Weathered Wayfarer? That's fine. We can just kill that. Rith's Grove for sure. I guess now, no, we can still just kill it. They don't have Hydroblast. Pyroblast, then I'm going to cast a red spell. Want to tap my island, dude? Hi, Neon, got late to the party here, but how was the Buckeye Brawl weekend? It was the best Magic event I've ever been to, and the best weekend I've had in a long time. It was an absolute delight. We're going to go Shivan Reef, and I'm not going to let them run the train on us with their Weathered Wayfarer. I got 9th place at the Buckeye Brawl using Weathered Wayfarer. I am aware of its power, and you may go. Shroom, so great meeting you this weekend. Also happy you guys enjoyed. Yeah, dude, it was baller. It was super fun. I was basically gushing about it all Sunday to everyone that would listen. One might say you choked. Yeah, I don't want to talk about. I actually do want to talk about that. Because even though I'll never play it, the choke is so baller. Hold on. It's right in front of me. I just got to get it off my table. Look at this thing. It's pretty sick. All right, they're going to wasteland me for sure. There goes all my red sources. Green, whatever. Sylvan? Sylvan's fine. There's another red spell. We don't have any red mana. Yield through turn. We just need to draw like a mountain and maybe we're in this game, but if we don't, we're not. We taking any extra cards off library to get opponent? Nope, no extra cards. There's a mine. So they still have, oh, what land did they bounce with that Rith's Grove? Battlefield Forge. There's a Battlefield Forge in their hand. There's a mountain. That's nice. Did we just like drop a Minotaur? No, I think it's better to Prophetic Bolt our opponent. In main phase even? Your niece is an art student. May have to give her some cards to alter for me. I'll only accept them if she signs them as well. Big fan of signed cards. And while you're at it, you sign them too for me, Steve. Then I can show them off in a stream. Treetop, so there's still a known Battlefield Forge. Attackers, they like neglected to use their port for some reason. I think they're holding up Red Blast, so I'm gonna like hang out. You know what? If they're gonna Red Blast, I want them to do it in their turn. I just lied through my teeth. Like this is gonna get Red Blasted, but they're about to port me in my upkeep, and they would have made me cast this on my upkeep because I don't have another red source. So I need them to convert into this. I'm not happy about it, but I think I need this to happen. There's the Pyroblast. My turn. Now they should port here, but they're porting there. Sure. Maybe they're soft. Maybe they got like very little interaction. Well, there's another Prophetic Bolt. Let's jam the Illusionist now, I think. See if they got a Swords to Plowshares. Or another Red Blast, potentially. Oh, second Pyroblast. Minotaur Travel, that's correct. That is correct. Library. What do you think of Shivan Gorge and Red Hammer Time? I've seen people playing the Shivan, what do you call it? Phoenix, which has been sweet. The Shivan Gorge, I think if you're playing Deserted Temple as well, can actually be a meaningful clock. Deserted Temple lets you untap a land, and then the Shivan Gorge obviously is it, and I think 2 or 3 to deal damage to each opponent. Cycle Step is fine. They're just trying to get to Threshold, which they should be able to do here. Looks like they're tapping for a Terravore, but that would be dangerous because it just gets bolted. Oh, it doesn't get bolted. It's a 4/4. I guess I can try to blink them having yet another copy of Pyroblast or a cycling land. I think I have to go for it, right? We just like Prophetic Bolt the Terravore and hope. Are you tapping my mountain? All right, cool. No more Terravore. I'm going to leave the factory on tap just in case I can attack with it. Prophetic Bolt Devore. And then we'll grab, I don't want another Overload. Counterspell might be important later. I'll take a Counterspell. Any order on the bottom. That's tapped. Lightning Bolt, no luck. Go. They are, however, thresholded now, and I've only got 3 points of damage in my hand. Maybe I can try to string something together with the factories. Yeah, the Buckeye Brawl, I think out of the top 8, like 4 of the decks contain the card Terravore. It was won by Sly, though. Oh no, another Mongoose. Our opponent's turning the corner. They wasteland a factory for sure. I'd take a Tormod Crypt here. Oh, let's see if I can get them to port this Mishra's factory. No, I wouldn't trade it and a Crypt for a thingy. Let's just play a Crypt and then ship the turn. I can also try to get them to use the port on the factory right now, which would be cool. We really need to draw Didgeridoo. You are not kidding. All right, well, you use your port on this factory for me really quick. That way you can't port me in my turn. Oh, this is fine. Okay. I don't understand this. Empty your graveyard and then pump this to itself. Damage. Punt. Yeah, not wastelanding my Mishra's factory was the punt. That was a really weird play. I don't think they had to put themselves in that position. I still actually like my opponent's spot better than mine right now. Another mountain. Okay, okay. They should have ported me as well. Maybe they have a swords. Go. Maybe they're like making mistakes to like F6ing in weird spots because they're got like 4.5 minutes on the clock. I don't know. Yep, you've got a library. Okay, I no longer want to draw the pipe. Me either. Of course, we're going to now. No attacks. Nice. Draw. Nice. I'll just play this. Combat attack you. Beep, beep. This thing's vigilant? Oh, I did not. I think I must have read it. I didn't know though. All right, you can go. Wasn't this card like reprinted as a commander at one point? Angry Horse Moose thing, yeah. Why is there a chance I can win this game? Is this deck good? What's going on? Another library does not, in fact, matter. Pass to me? Jesus. A Prophetic Bolt? Wow, combat. Attack for 4? You can like block it with Treetop. I wouldn't. Okay, you're at 9. Okay, we're like really close to killing our opponent. Magic is an easy game, you guys. With 3 minutes on the clock, if I was opponent, I would not have played a second Sylvan Library. All right, no known info in hand. I think we're going to bolt them with just a lightning bolt because this guy can actually kill the treetop village before they're able to block with it. Go to my turn. Okay, that's another bolt. Go to combat. Attack for 4. Man up the village. No response to that. Now this guy says he deals damage equal to its power. That creature deals damage equal to its power. So activate, target, red, blue. Blockers. Damage. You're dead? Question mark. Got him. We got him with the Minotaurs. 1-0 with the Minotaurs. Let's go. Hop into another one. That was pretty sweet. All right, round 2 against Dr. Cranium, and our hand contains removal, permission, and standstill. I guess we keep. Hopefully this isn't Stifle Knot. Our hand is like real bad versus that. Ooh, it's just a Lamar Elves. Okay. Ooh, Didgeridoo. I think we bolt the bird. Little Fancy agrees. Bolt the bird. Green, another bird. Fetch, Sylvan Library. Sorry, Survival of the Fittest, the good one. Elf, Wirewood. So we're going to bolt the Wirewood and play Didgeridoo. Bolt here. Play the pipe. Go. 1, 2, priest, sure. Attack for 1, absolutely. All right, you probably need to cast a spell to beat me from here. So here's a standstill. I could have held up counterspell, but I think if they had a whatchamacallit, a survival, they would have played it that turn. So this could be like deranged hermit or something, but I think that's actually in our range to beat with this deck. Fire Ice is super good against that card, and I need the cards like right now. Our opponent could identify we don't have a Minotaur and just keep attacking for 2 every turn. They're going to break it right now. Okay, crack the standstill, and there's a Minotaur. You've got a Multani's Acolyte. You can have up to 5 mana here. A Morph. Ooh, a little bit of a blow up my Didgeridoo. Good thing I've got a Minotaur in my hand. 2 of them, and the good ones in my hand now too. And I can play a second one for this one. Yeah, we do that. We do that. Red, this isn't legendary, is it? No. Another pipe, go. Your FOF pile was 2 Decrees, Factor Fiction, Counterspell, and Coastal Tower. I wouldn't want to split that. I was looking for some paper dystopia, and I've been shocked at the current price. Premodern is getting more and more popular, and I'm glad. I'm glad the pricing issue is unfortunate. However, Premodern is so widely proxy friendly that I think it's like kind of okay. I think we're going to make it, you guys. Oh, I'm not going to do the actual plug on this one. Like, I'm going to have a description thing in one of these videos, but I was on Hardcast last week, and that video goes out this week, I believe. So when it comes out, I'll make sure to link it. If you guys want to listen to me and Billy chat about Premodern and building local Premodern scenes, maybe give a little bit of insight into how, like, we were able to, like, we both kind of did that. Luckily, I had Billy as a resource. Like, I didn't talk to him when I was building my scene. I should have cheated in a creature with the Didgeridoo. That was stupid. Wait, they're tapping for 4 mana. Do I get paid off? I did. I'm really glad I didn't cheat in a Minotaur. I have this counterspell. No thanks, dude. Failing upwards, as the kids like to say. On tap. I wish this was a land so I could go standstill plus hold up the dew, but this is fine. Pass. I definitely want to know about scene building. Been trying for almost 2 years. We actually had enough to fire this weekend. It sounds like it's already working for you, buddy. You've got a priest. Declare attackers. All right, it's time. Activate the dew. Tap for 1, 2, 3. Tahngarth. Oi, congrats on the 5-0. Oh, thanks. Yeah, we just did 5-0 with the, we'll talk about that between rounds. We 5-0'd with a really cool, maybe it's better to block the Multani's Acolyte because of the priests. I think it is. Yeah, we 5-0'd with this new blue-white Tog list that I found. I got to figure out the pilot's name. I got to go back and look for the list again. Another Masticore. Okay. Well, this Masticore is technically killable because they can't regenerate it right now. Oh, but I can't cast the Prophetic Bolt. Okay. Do we just cheat in the Illusionist and then sack it? Is that better? I think it might be. I think this guy's better in play. Yeah, we'll cheat in the Illusionist and sack it. Beep. And then we will go beep, sacrifice. Wait, power? Oh no, this doesn't work. It's got to be power. And that Masticore is a 4/4. Looks like we're going to trade the Tahngarth for a Masticore if they want. Yep, that was a punt. Someone put 1 punt in the punt counters for me, please. Sam Black, I saw that he won with his Allurin deck. I plan to play that very soon. Damage. Do we sack the Minotaur Illusionist right now to like blow something up? I think we wait. Nothing in play is dangerous enough yet. Wait. Maybe we didn't wait because they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I should have blown up one of the priests. So maybe two dimes in the punt jar. Sorry, Daniel. Yeah, Nightbot's a bit of a bureaucrat, but I can actually click that link. So let me grab that real quick. And we've got it. Let me post that into my browser really quick and get a huge like mountain of viruses because you're out to get me. Nope, this is just that sick Simic list from Sam Black. I cannot wait to play it. It's all in combo, which is really cool. Attackers are fine. I wouldn't. Oh, they're just going to straight up pass. Okay. I would have done something on your turn. Fire Ice is good. Fire Ice is actually really good. Tap here, fire, cast. 1/1 done. Tap for 6 for sure. No response. All right, combat. So they can try to take out one of my Minotaurs. Ooh, it's a little Caller of the Claw. Definitely not. All right, now I'm gonna make them commit to their Masticore, I guess. No reason to attack, just go. That worked out well for us. Are you looking forward to braids? Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm a Pox hater, but I play everything on this channel, so I must play Pox. They discard Deranged Hermit. Uh-oh. That's not very good for them. Well, now if you cast something, you lose your Masticore, but your Masticore can't kill anything because you don't have enough mana. This feels good to me. Pyroclasm from the sideboard will be so much fun in this matchup. Yes, it's going to destroy them. I suppose Elves WinCon and Premodern is Timberwatch Elf. No, it's Survival of the Fittest plus Anger plus Deranged Hermit. It's like a 20-part combo that kills you in 1 turn. So they're just going to hang out with Masticore as their only out. I'm into that. You may go. Actually, no, you can only regen once. I will attack with Tahngarth. I've got this Prophetic Bolt in my hand. Why did I not use my mana to take these elves out? He does that. Okay, let's go ahead and damage. They should have 1 less elf at least. Are they regenning? All right, this worked out great. Hit this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, absolutely not. Yes, we win. Haha. Minotaurs. Okay, Misdirection, Hydroblast, no. Overload, no. Really, it's just Pyroclasm and like a nod to maybe Tormod's Crypt for survival stuff, but I don't actually love that. Why is opponent reigning here? I don't understand. The trade was just worse. Yeah, I agree. Darth Shaker, you could have activated the Minotaur and saved the Bolt. No, right? Because the Masticore and the Minotaur would have killed each other. I wanted to keep the Minotaur. The Masticore still deals 4 damage to the Minotaur. Pyrokinesis is really good. I just realized those are on my main board. What's not good? Mana Leak like sucks. I think Counterspell is actually slightly worse. No, Mana Leak's worse. They're going to be able to pay for Mana Leak half the time. Like that. Just 3 Pyroclasm for 3 Mana Leak. We ride into the night. This hand contains Lightning Bolt, Pyroclasm, and Pyrokinesis. We keep. It's elves, baby. Findhorn? Yeah, that's fine. I'm not even going to bolt the bird. I'll let them extend more. Mountain go. 1. Wirewood? Yeah, we'll bolt the Wirewood because they'll be able to save elves with it. A survival? That is unfortunate. We'll bolt the Wirewood now and yield. This is $1 Million Baby by what's his name. It was like a TikTok song that I actually like. It's so over compressed and bass boosted that like I started out ironically liking it. And now because I'm me, I just like the song. It's not good. Pass. This one's a band called Swim Mountain. Gaia's Cradle for sure. Yavimaya Granger? Yeah, absolutely. Resolve Survival is so good against me. Attackers. End step. My turn. Standstill. That's a cool one. But I think I'm going to Pyroclasm. Go. I wish onboard Wi-Fi actually worked fair. Why did our opponent not activate their survival? Did they not have creatures in their hand? Are they like flooded? Must be flooded. All right, well, this is going to be a really safe Standstill. Shivan Reef. Blue, red, Standstill. Go. Bummer I don't have Didgeridoo in play right now. Didgeridoo. They pass. All right, I can do this forever. Go. Pitch Kamal makes sense. Go get Genesis. That's what I get. Squee, then Genesis, then like something to crack the Standstill that makes it worth it. Little Fantasy. This is pretty much one just from looking at the board. There's things that can happen. There are still very much ways we lose. The problem is, can we kill them before their value engine overcomes us? That's actually the trick, because we don't have any pressure, right? Drawing a couple of Mishra's Factories would make me feel pretty good. Priest of Titania, that's what you want to break my Standstill with? All right, you get your Squee back. Looks like they're still not going to break Standstill, which is fine with me. Their Gaia's Cradle's a lame duck for as long as they don't crack it. There's a Minotaur Illusionist, so like we just want them to break it and give us a Didgeridoo. If we can get Tahngarth in play, we can just like manage their board the whole time. I play 1 capsize for long ass games versus Standstill. That's smart. Lawnmower Elf. Yeah, you can get as many elves as you want. You have to play them at some point. You're survivaling, so if you're trying to deck me, you're going to lose that battle. They've only got 42 cards in their deck. I've got 47. I think you got to crack it now. You're just letting me draw cards. Your survival is as good as it's ever going to be. Like the survival isn't actually improving anything until they get on the board. On tap, draw Pyroclasm, Reef, go. Yep, keep it going. All my cards are 10 for 1, so like I'm not exactly sure what their angle is here. Do they have it in their head that like they don't need to break the Standstill and I'll break it at some point, or is there like some crazy elves line I'm not aware of where they can put everything into play over the course of 1 turn and just win the game? They should be waiting until they can build the combo play. If they wait till they can build a combo play, they're just trying to build up and play a bunch of stuff in 1 turn. That's true, but like the longer they're giving me a draw step every time that they do that. And like once they start it, they're going to have to break the Standstill. So the longer that they farm, the longer they're letting me farm, I guess is the issue I'm seeing with this play pattern. On tap, draw. I'm not required to do anything in general. They don't expect a Bolt and Pyrokinesis, though. I don't think so either. Yeah, I think you're right, Darth. I mean, Grantfly is like, oh, if anyone doesn't know Grantfly for some reason, this dude's a way better player than I am. Like, I try to be as entertaining and show as many decks as possible, but when it comes to gameplay quality, I would say that Grantfly has me beat on like a 2-to-1 basis. So if you're listening to like how to play the deck that our opponent's playing, I would say listen to Grantflies. I'm just giving my position and understanding of like the position I think we're in this game. All right, well, my hand's unbeatable. Yeah, you've got an Elf. You've got a Quarian Ranger. You've got a Priest of Titania. They all have haste. You've got a Wirewood Symbiote. I think we'll bolt that. They can make 1 billion mana, that's for sure. Pitch Squee to Survival. Probably getting like a deranged Hermit. How many times can they Hermit us right now? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, Duder, how'd you do in Columbus? We got 9th out of about 100-ish players, a little under 100. Went 5-2, and I played Responsible Joseph's Blue-White Toolbox list, and I'm so glad I did because it was so much fun. So now we're just going to actually bolt the Wirewood Symbiote right now. I want them to get away with the fewest things possible. Opponent sure is running some ugly-ass lands. Yeah, but oh well, it's fine. Yo, Mr. Shroom, playing another sweet deck, I see. Very nice. That's right, Luca. We're jamming. The thing I'm really fearful of here is Kamal. This deranged Hermit's fine. You got a bunch of Dodes. And they've also got access to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. Don't forget to hydrate. Thanks, Max, aka Kevin. Yep, you did the thing with the survival. Another Wirewood symbiote for sure. This one is also fine, I fear. Untap Priest, bouncing what? What did you bounce? Can I grab this? Okay, you've untapped the Priest. They bounce the Ranger, that makes sense. They're just gonna keep going bigger on mana. Another Hermit for sure, for sure. No response. Attackers. Okay, so what do we want to do here? If we pop both Hermits, how much damage are we looking at? We can just like hard cast the Pyrokinesis. Although we've got, do we have 2 Tahngarths? No, just the one. I think we could hard cast the Pyrokinesis. Let's go Pyrokinesis, cast. 1 damage here, 1 damage here, 1 damage here, 1 damage. That'll be 8. I guess to the thing that's attacking me. How about to the Priest? We'll see if they'll save the Priest. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'll yield through turn because I have no other things to say about what they do. Hello, saw you playing the blue-white deck and love it. Started playing it also. Any changes you would make after the last tournament? I had some theory crafted changes that I wanted to make, but after feeling how the deck felt, playing it into the Buckeye Brawl, I think Responsible Joseph's list is using intelligent design. I don't actually think I would change very much. Let's go colorless, Didgeridoo, red, whatever, Pyroclasm. Naturalize the Didgeridoo. No, I can activate this. I can just Pyroclasm again. Yeah, activate. 1, 2, 3. Because they floated all their mana. So now if they play another caller, like a Caller of the Claw, we can just Pyroclasm again. All right, it's dead. Pyroclasm. Combat. You got a caller? No? No caller. All right, you're up. What were your worst matchups? I think one of the deck's worst matchups is green-white Oath Ponza, which 2-0'd me. It was Josh from the Retromancers that got me. Then I lost my win-in at 5-1 versus Sam Reichman, also at 1-1, and he got me in game 3. We played 3 tight games that I wish were on coverage because I feel like he played it very, very well, and I'm pretty proud of the way I played it too. So it was also so cool to meet everybody. Putting names to faces, meeting new players, meeting people who watch the channel, and just getting to actually interact with people who have been supporting me from afar. Super fucking cool. Like the actual best thing ever. What is this, 5 mana for a Hermit? For sure, dude. You got it. Attackers, absolutely. Go to blockers. Block a 2/2. And would I like to bolt here or just take 6? I think I can tank 6 here. I think. Best not to be too fancy, actually. No, we'll just launch off a bolt. All right, kill a squirrel. End step, my turn. Draw an island, play an island, go to combat, attack for 4, and then we can go Illusionist for a blue, a red, and 1, a 2, a 3. And then hopefully isn't an extra deranged Hermit. Do we want a Pyroclasm? I don't think we're choking their mana down any better. Yeah, we can still lose this game, actually, but we'll pass. Elves is just such an impressive deck. Yep, you've pitched Squee. I can pop Hermit with Tahngarth, which is, I think, the play. Masticore has entered the chat. What's up, Masticore? How you doing, baby? What's good? Attackers. Attack with the Masticore. And all your little dudes? Okay. Activate. You know what I should have done? I should have tried to... No, because they would just tap it and they would still fight. Yeah. We'll activate Mishra's Factory. Tap for 4. Shoot the Mishra's Factory. No problem. That gets shot. Shoot the Mishra's Factory. Pump it to itself. Declare blockers. We're going to put Tahngarth on the Masticore and the Illusionist here. Okay. And I'm not going to fight because they could just regenerate the Masticore. So we're just going to let this go. End step, my turn. Untap. Another Didgeridoo. Not going to help us from this spot. Wish you had Vigilance, buddy. Combat. I think we have to be attacking. Attack for 3. I don't think we're Pyroclasming, though. We can, like, block with the factory. Hopefully they're kind of running out of juice. I guess Kamal just ends the game, but that was always going to happen. I could have fought squirrels on the way out. Here's the problem. This is the thing that I think is confusing a lot of people. If I fought the squirrels, they regenerate the Masticore. Regenerate doesn't take the damage off of my creature. Kamal's in the bin, so they're looking for what, Genesis? So that's not a good play. If I decide I'm going to fight the Masticore or whatever, or I'm going to fight a squirrel, then they just regen Masticore, and they still have the Masticore post damage. That doesn't work very well for us. 1, 2, 3. Who's this? Caller of the Claw for sure. All right, let's go activate Factory. All right, let's go ahead and sack this and shoot the Caller of the Claw. And then you have killed my Mishra's Factory. Another Didgeridoo. Side effect of the way we built our deck. We're at 1. No, they're going to get their Squee back and go get a Multani's Acolyte. We're super dead. We're going to save ourselves some time for game 3. No changes. I like the way our deck is. We just needed some pressure to go with all our interaction. Yeah, just get Squee and cast. It works. Yeah, we can't beat that even. If we can get an early Tahngarth, I don't think they can actually stabilize. So that might be our goal. Juice, do you have a referral code yet through Card Kingdom, TCG, etc.? We have a referral code, and it's through Card Trader. I'll give it to you guys soon. I got to do a few more steps to make sure the collaboration's all perfectly set up. All right, I will be on the play. We have Didgeridoo, and we have Fire Ice. I think this is enough parts to keep. Yeah, I could see Crypt being pretty good here. We're just going to go Island, tap it, Didgeridoo. We're hoping to draw pretty well, but Fire Ice should be pretty good. If he fought Squirrels, Masticore throws Regen Shield up. Exactly. That's exactly what we don't want to run into. Another Reef. We play a Reef. We're going to try to 2-for-1 him with this Fire Ice. If they nail Survival, this hand probably wasn't good enough. I guess we could just like mulligan hyper aggressively for a Pyroclasm, but the Pyroclasm just functions very similarly to Fire Ice. It like kills 2 dudes. Another Findhorn for sure. 3 manas. And our deck's still full of Pyroclasms and Pyrokinesis, so we got top decks for the rest of the game too. Naturalize, luckily doesn't matter here. We don't have a Minotaur. Attackers, end step. We're going to fire. We're going to hit Wirewood and their on-tap Findhorn Elves. They'll probably bounce that on-tap Findhorn Elves, but we can't just like have them having a Wirewood symbiote. Jersey, by the way, it was super good to, I know we didn't get to talk too much, but it was super good to meet you at the event, buddy. That ruled. Standstill is a fine top deck here. Sick mustache, by the way. I should have mentioned that too. Yield through turn. There's an Acolyte. We'll draw 3. Couple bolts and a counterspell. If we can blank Survival, we might have a line here. Another Elf. Wall. That's not a Survival. Let me untap with counterspell real quick. My man. Here's a Shivan Reef. We'll just pass. Acolyte has an Echo Trigger. Want to pay it? Oh, I was supposed to bolt them in their upkeep. I forgot to set a stop. I'm playing loose, kids. If we draw like a Pyrokinesis or a Pyroclasm, the game feels trivial. 5 manas. No, definitely not. Rats. I hate it here. Do we just take the 2? I think not. Maybe we just want to save these to try to race with them. No, I'll take the 2. And step, my turn. Another Standstill. Well, I can't play that, right? Land. I think we're probably dead here, unfortunately. Let's see, 9, 10, 11. I can make an attempt to race, so I will, but I'm not horribly hopeful of it panning out. Combat. 2. Yield through the turn. A lot of stash compliments this weekend. Thank you. Great meeting you and rest of the Michigan crew. Might try making it to Pandemonium for the big event. Sean was telling us about, yeah, that would be sick. It's going to be a really fun event. I don't know if we can outdo the Buckeye Brawl, but we're going to at least try to get close. The Retromancers really put on a hell of an event. Pitch anything to go get Sui. It still feels like drawing Pyroclasm might give us enough time to race. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan that hand, but the Fire Ice was so enticing. Pitch, you got an Anger, you go find a thing. Go grab a dude. The one dude himself. Yavimaya Granger, for sure. 4 Granger. All right, let's just top deck Pyroclasm and not have any worries. Pitch Quarian Ranger. Wirewood Symbiote makes sense. Declare attackers. I would full send here. Or at least with one of the Findhorn Elves. Yeah, full sending even makes sense. But if you're not going to they should ship in with 1 Findhorn Elves. This is a mistake for sure. I want to take the 4. The way I win this game is by getting unbelievably lucky. So we're going to set ourselves up to do just that. Yep, untap the Findhorn Elf. End step, red. This is going to seem insane. Bolt face. And then red, bolt face. Draw Pyroclasm. My life's easy. Rats. We go Shivan Reef. Let me see. They've got 1, 2. This. No, I'm not going to insult my opponent's intelligence. They definitely beat us there. They've got a really good deranged hermit line next turn. We can't beat that. Rats. Got outground by elves. That feels like a matchup we can absolutely win. I think, and obviously hindsight's 2020, but I think the 5-lander was a little bit greedy. Just thinking, oh, I can just play my Didgeridoo and I'll draw the Minotaur. Like if we played that game with a turn 3 Tahngarth, I don't know how we lose it. We should have mulliganed a little bit more aggressively. All right, we found our round 3 opponent and we finally want a die roll, so I'll be on the play. This hand contains Mana Leak. It contains 2 legendary creatures and 1 castable. It's a mulligan. This hand contains Didgeridoo, a thing to cheat and to play with it. No red cards for the Pyrokinesis, but we've got Standstill. We'll keep this pitching the Pyro. But yeah, 9th out of like 96 players. I was pretty proud of it because I played a roguish deck. I played the blue-white deck toucher deck, the Weather Wayfarer deck from Responsible Joseph. Shout out Responsible Joseph. By the way, Joseph, if you see this, I saw you emailed me. I added you on Discord and you haven't talked to me yet. Sad. All right, we will just play this Didgeridoo, let our opponent be confused and pass. What deck did you take for the tournament? I can pull up an image, I think. Come back to me. This one. This was the deck I took. It's a pretty sweet one. All right, where the hell was I? Exploration? Oh no, anything but Enchantress. Damn. Tough. F6. Untap land? Yes. Land. Do I play Standstill or do I hold up Counterspell for an anchor? I think I just have to let the first anchor go. We're going to Standstill. Pray for it being Turboland's deck? True. I don't know if it's Turbo Lands. It's Forest, but this looks like Enchantress to me, unfortunately. I don't think this is on a list of decks we really want to play against with the Minotaurs list. So far, I'm not going to lie, the Minotaurs list actually feels like competent. It feels pretty good. Yeah, there's a Miri's guy. I'll pop the Standstill. Did we get some good ones? Yeah, on-tap land, so I can put in this Minotaur Illusionist at some point. Brushland. Seal of Cleansing? Sure. You should probably Seal Cleansing this Didgeridoo. Oh, you didn't. Okay, sure. Here's a blue source. Go. Whenever you get the chance, though, at around the 5th hour mark on the Duress Crew VOD, there's a really sweet survival deck with Legends that someone played in the New England Winter Regional. That's sick. Yeah, also the Buckeye Brawl, Andrew's covering that. We recorded the whole thing. I'm on coverage in round 5 or 6 against one of the Value Vintage guys, Brian. Oh, I keep messing up his last name, so I'm going to look at it again. Brian Hadle. Haidle. Hadle? Brian H. Yeah, I've seen the Sisse deck. I think Romario just did a stream with it. Romario Vidal. Go comment, like, subscribe, Romario Vidal. Very good podcast with Curran, with Call of the Herd, and sick gameplay VODs. They're playing an anchorless game right now, which is giving me some semblance of hope. I think I'll cheat in the Illusionist and make them have the STP, because I think I need to, like, on-tap and have Counterspell up. I can't wait till turn 5, I don't think. My turn. Okay, we untapped. Let's go Factory, Combat. Now this thing has fucking Shroud. Hiya. All Minotaurs should have Vigilance, not just Tahngarth. And then we just chill. I mean, we technically have a line now. It's like, start to race with my Minotaur Illusionist plus Manland, hold up Counterspell, hope to draw more Counterspells, use Lightning Bolt for a reach. No anchors, no anchors. Minotaurs without tramples a flavor fail, agree. His sideboard changes were good for the event. Presence of the Master won some games for him. I would imagine that's really good versus Enchantress. A big one for me playing the Responsible Joseph's list was the Serenity in the sideboard came up all day long. Green, colorless. Enchantress's presence. See, we're not chill with that. I'd love to bolt them on end step. I want to hold up Shroud. Passing to me. Nice. Draw Fire Ice. Fine. We might ice their Sanctum in upkeep. Let's go Shivan Reef. Combat. Attack for 3. Bring them to 13. And yeah, we'll be icing that Sanctum in upkeep. That thing makes 3 mana right now, which is so many mana. Blue, colorless, ice cast Sanctum. The Decree of Silence is a ridiculous lock on the board. Yep. They float 3 in their upkeep, for sure. I draw an island, that's fine. Also, shout out fellow Motor City metalworker Darian Balzer. Sat next to me the entire event and shares a 5-2 record with me. He also top 16. He was just lower on breakers. But we dodged each other. There were 10 metalworkers there. And we all dodged each other for almost the whole event. There were only like 1 or 2 team kills within 7 rounds. And like by round 5, we were all 4-1. It was insane. Were there many replenish decks at the tournament you went to, Shroom? The MTG Melee actually shows the metagame breakdown. I think there were only a small handful of replenish players, and I did beat one of them in round 3. But that's nothing to write home about. My deck's replenish matchup just happens to be very good. Yeah, we're gonna bolt them. It's time for some tempo play. Bolt you. I'm gonna try to turn this into a 2-turn clock. Although the Seal of Cleansing is gonna make that hard. I probably should have played the Faerie Conclave earlier, because now I kind of can't. My turn. Another Minotaur Illusionist. Okay, now we're kind of cooking. Tapped land. We're just going to attack for 3. It's still a 2-turn clock now. They just might not know it yet. Now, if they play like a Parallax Wave, even an Opalescence, something like that, we're still in trouble. But we're going to give ourselves the best chance we can. Duress Crew and Eld events are always very blue heavy in top end. Replenish Dreadnought and a surprising amount of stasis at the winter. Oh, regionals? Makes sense. Dreadnought showed there were 6 Dreadnought players, 9 Sly players, like 7 Terra Oath players. The metagame breakdown was very diverse, but there was the normal, like, what's the name? Fink's Law? Things like exponentially decreasing in popularity or whatever. Is that what it's called? It's someone's law. I saw it in a Vsauce video once. Trust me, bro. No good cards allowed, opponent. People are always going to heavily play the best decks. Yes. You know what pissed me off about this event? This deck that I brought, the blue-white mid-range kind of like deck toucher deck from Responsible Joseph, its single best matchup in the entire format is Dreadnought. I did not play Dreadnought once. I only had one good matchup the whole day. I was fighting for my life. It was so fun. It was so fun. I actually wouldn't have it any other way, but I wish I got 1 or 2 free ones. The closest thing I had to a free one was against Brian on Flinker, and that's because it was a mix of him getting unlucky, and also my matchup into Flinker is just very good. I've got a good combo matchup. Any Medvedev burn decks present at the tournament? I think most of them are traditional burn, actually. They tap for 3. What do you have? Multiple copies of STP? I mean, I'm going to make you show me more than 1 copy. Shroud. A second STP, for sure, dude. You got it. You got a third one? Dude? All right, on tap, draw Lightning Bolt. Okay, turn this on. Yeah, I'll hold up Shroud. Combat, full send. damage, tap for a red. Anyone wondering why I didn't attack with Factory? I wanted to hold up the Shroud, and Seal of Cleansing would kill it. Try to kill you? Wow, we beat Enchantress. That's actually crazy. Although they were played like an anchorless game, so I guess that's like not that crazy. We really don't have any tools versus Enchantress. Pyroclasm, I guess, is fine. It beats up on Argothian plus Xantid. Crypt is okay. Yeah, their draw was very anemic. There was a lot of us getting lucky there for us to win that first game. I think it's just these 5. Pyrokinesis, like straight dookie. Fire Ice is like awkwardly fine. Like as a tempo play, I think I can cut like 1, maybe a mana leak on the draw. And then like, I think a bolt. I don't want to cut too much burn damage because I want to be able to like kill them, but I'll cut some stuff and then submit. Plasm better than Fire Ice. Yes, I still like Fire Ice as a way to tap Sarah Sanctum on the turns that they want to like try to combo us. So I'll cut 1 though. I will concede that 4 is probably a lot of that card since I'm not using it to remove creatures, and it's not a great burn spell either. Yeah, the Buckeye Brawl ruled. We've got there's a Kentucky 5K coming up. I'll share details very, very soon. I met the guys that are hosting it at the Buckeye Brawl, and it sounds insane. It's only a 6-hour drive for me, so I don't even have to go through the anxiety-inducing event that is me trying to get on a plane. Do not like flying. I love driving though. I only got 4 hours of sleep the night before Friday that we left for the Buckeye Brawl, so shout out to Rachel for driving me. Me and my roommate Guy. So we got to like doze off in the car. This hand's not great, but it's also not bad. I wish we had a Nulls on our sideboard. I think I will keep this just because like I can beat a Swarm, I can beat Argothi, and I've got Counterspell, so we'll keep this. If they don't go like Wild Growth or Exploration, I can Counterspell the turn they want to play Enchantress's Presence. How did Guy do? Guy had a record of 4-3. Very respectable for the size of the tournament. Miss Guy on the stream, he'll be back soon. So will Kevin, who is Hyper Guy in chat. All right, there's the Wild Growth we were freaking out about. That resolves. Factory, we'll just play... I'll play Shivan Reef just in case they play like a Xantid Swarm. Pass. Now, if all they do is Argothian, we can Pyroclasm, but if they play Enchantress's Presence, we're in trouble. Oh, you wouldn't want to hold my hand on the plane. I have violent panic attacks. You don't want to be anywhere near me. I am medicated for it. I have so TMI maybe, but I have like a pretty bad anxiety disorder. I can't remember what they call it, but it's like once I reach a level of overstimulation from my triggers, which I won't go too far into because that's how boring is that. But yeah, I can spiral pretty quick. Okay, it's just an Argothian. This is fine, actually. I don't think I Lightning Bolt because I don't have enough damage to continue the train, but we can Pyroclasm this, which is good. So Island, I would love to play Standstill this turn, but that's not in the cards. Pyroclasm, go. If they fail to put anything meaningful into play right now, I can like Standstill and try to use Factories. I used to have PTSD from planes as a child. I completely understand. It's nice to feel seen, Kevin. Thank you for saying that. We'll play Island and we will just get, we might not even need to Standstill here. It might just be better to hold up. I should have played a fucking Factory, huh? It might just be better to hold up Counterspell because they can't make white, but the second they can, maybe they jam Opalescence, and that's a problem for us. If they jam Opalescence into Standstill, they know I can't, they probably assume I can't counter it. So I don't think I'm playing into that. I'll put Standstill into play when I can also hold up Counterspell. I think is a little bit more responsible, meaning I was supposed to Factory that turn. I think that would have been much better. Come on, dude. You're playing Enchantress. I think Enchantress is the best deck in the format. Beat me. You're not attacking next turn anyways. Yeah, that's true. I think it would have just been better sequencing, but you're right. I'm actually not attacking next turn. It's probably like fine. 1, 2. Sterling Grove. Don't care about that one. That can resolve. Attackers, end step, might. I think I might bolt them now. I do want to race with the Factories, and I don't want to be off by like 3 damage, so I'm just going to panic bolt them. Next turn, and now I can... Ooh, Illusionist. Now I wish I had a Didgeridoo. We'll tap for a colorless and a blue, and we'll play Standstill. And then you may go. I wonder if they're going to pop that Grove to try to presence us. Looks like no. Mirror's Guile's fine. This is going to pop the Standstill. Ooh, drawing a Bolt here is fine too. We'll bolt their face and then try to get busy with Factories. That becomes the line. Opponent seems to be suffering from a bout of anemia again, which is pretty good for us. All right, they're at 13. I untap. Another Standstill? Well, now I'm going to do that. Let's go 1. We got to play this Factory. Hey, last night watching you on YouTube and get paired against you in the league. Haha, nice. You were playing blue-white and I was playing Sly with Factories. If that was the league I was thinking of, I think it was like a 3-2 league. I think you're the person who fucking slaughtered me. I think you absolutely ended my run. That one. Here's my Standstill. And we vibe. I'm not attacking because I want to maintain Counterspell. You may Guile. See, the Standstill you would think would be really bad because our opponent can just farm, but they're at 13, so low key they're on like a 1, 2, 4 turn clock. And that's assuming they don't pay a single point of life and I don't find a single burn spell. Then they're on a 3 turn clock. That'd be pretty good for us. Break the Standstill. Yes, yes, yes. Seal of Cleansing. No response to that. Draw 3. Do I pop the seal? No, we let it go. We've got a Didgeridoo. We'll probably make them pop the seal on that. Sorry, you had to sacrifice your own Standstill. Yeah. I'm glad I wasn't streaming that one. You embarrassed me, if I'm being real. Mountain. Tap it. You know what? Let's get busy with the factory. Can I get busy with the factory? Pump and Didgeridoo holding up Counterspell? I can. Beep, beep. Combat. You want to seal this, dude? I don't think you're allowed to get busy with factory based on Twitch terms of service. Fair. I'll reconsider my position carefully. Pump factory. We popping this? Or are we saving it for the Didgeridoo? Something Mishra's factory. No response. Yeah, you popped it. All right, cool. Main phase 2. Beep. Didgeridoo. You can go. Want to pop that Grove yet? You really need an anchor, my guy. If I untap with this Didgeridoo, I think I'm like 80% to win. The card is actually called Didgeridoo. Didgeridoo? Didgeridoo. It goes... It makes that sound, kind of, but not really. How much is this card in real life? Holy, that was legit. Yeah, I used to drive for a Ford dealership for a living, so I taught myself Mongolian throat singing. It's really... I do some weird stuff when I have some free time. It's not great. 3 mana. Aura of Silence. To pop my Didgeridoo. I actually can handle you playing an Argothian, so I'm going to take a gamble here and counterspell this and yield through turn. Hopefully their last 2 cards aren't land Enchantress's Presence. That would suck. But if it's just an Argothian, we can Pyroclasm that. Yeah, it is throat singing. You can Google it. It's really not that hard to learn. You just need like a space where there's no one listening to you so you don't sound like a maniac, because when you first do it, it's going to sound like, oh, boy. It sounds like that when you're trying to learn it. It's like this little fucking flat back here. You got to like get to vibrate correctly. It's weird. It's really weird. Here's a mountain. Do I attack? Let me see. If I attack, I can hold up 3 mana. So I can't Didgeridoo? Okay, combat. I'm just passing. Go, 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 go. I've got 2 fucking Minotaurs. No joke, I just tried doing it and started coughing violently. Yeah, that was me for the first month of trying to learn it. I feel like most people, if they really want to learn it, they can learn it in the course of like a day or 2. But I am not a talent. I wasn't born with a ton of natural talent, but I realized that super early and just realized I have to like keep trying stuff. Eventually it'll work. That's been like the story of my life. The video name is Tuvan Throat Singing. I think I watched that one, like that exact one. I would hold up Shroud. They got to be sitting on plows. I agree. Like, I think we're going to start with the Minotaur Illusionist and start a clock with that. This Minotaur deck, you guys, I'm not going to lie. I actually may bring this to an FNM. This actually seems kind of sweet. Who needs talent when you have charisma? Yeah. Well, I pay half of my soul a month to like some lich for my charisma, but we take what we can get. Bro, just play your Enchantress's Presence and kill me. Our opponent, I actually feel bad. When you sign up to play Enchantress, I feel like you are entitled to always having it. I hate that they always have it, but I feel like that's the reason to play the deck. And our opponent simply doesn't have it. And I'm starting to feel bad about it, actually. Soup, what's up? How you doing? But it was so good to meet you. It was so cool meeting you, dude. Oh, wait, I could have put both in. Holding up Shroud still better. Land, combat. Do I attack with the factory this turn? I think I can wait one more turn, because if I pay 3, I want to be able to hold up Shroud plus Counterspell. Yep, that's how I'm going to justify playing it that way. But yeah, this deck is really cool. Were you playing against Romario? Because I know Romario streamed it the other day. Go ahead. You two, man, your whole crew is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I like to think the company I keep, they're just really cool dudes. I'm blessed to be surrounded by a community that's very, very supporting and very, very good hangs and good vibes. It wasn't him. Okay, so that means this deck is spreading like wildfire. Because Romario and I will play anything. We're heathens. But if the self-respecting base population that makes up pre-modern players is playing it, then that means it's spreading like wildfire. Speaking of wildfire, is it time to go back to the German Dragon? A little bit more paying our respects to Mr. Buddha? Because I'm down. The late Kai Buddha. I am pretty old for being young. I'm 33. But like as a Magic player, especially as a pre-modern player, I'm actually on the younger side. But even I'm old enough that I wasn't there to see it. But Kai Buddha is responsible for like the rhetoric and the how high the bar is set for like how you treat your opponent and the way we play the game in the game Magic the Gathering. He's a big part of the way we've developed our community versus like the way other games have maybe developed theirs. Parallax Wave won't be resolving, I don't think. Code of Conduct, yeah. Sarah Sanctum, you got some mana. Yeah, I've went back and watched a bunch of Kai coverage and he's delightful to watch play. They tap for 2 white and then they untap it. I think they want us to think that they have swords. I'm doing this. I just realized Didgeridoo doesn't tap to activate, which is crazy. You want to swords this? I'd think about it. If we draw Bolt, if they have swords, but we draw Bolt, they're still Stone Cold dead. All right, this is gone. I'm not going to fire here because if they have a second swords, I kind of get got. Oh, Prophetic Bolt, for sure. Activate, combat, full send. Oh, I guess fire plus factory does do it, doesn't it? No, we're 1 short, right? Profs Bolt your face. GG. Get Minotaured? I'll take the Illusionist. Any order. Ayo, we're 2-1. That's awesome. Let's get into round 4. Yeah, the Minotaurs, one of the Minotaurs is a 4-4. The Illusionist is a 3-4. All right, we are on the play again for round 4. This hand contains standstills and interaction. I think we keep those. Yeah, that card, every time I've had it in play, it's felt really good. Opponent says, good luck, have fun. So I say, you too. And we just play an island and make our opponent think we're shrimp. Go. Did you get to show off your new card that you won? I've showed it off a few times, actually. But just because he said it, for anyone coming into the stream, I'll quickly go over the spoils. My opponent just says, it's NeonMushroom. It is. It is. Huge fan of your work. Oh, thank you. How sweet. People were so nice to me yesterday. It was actually alarming. Yeah, I did show it off, but I'll show it off again. This is the entry promo. This was a Mishra's Factory that they let me stamp. That was mine already. This is the powder keg I won for top 16 because I got 9th that they let me stamp as well because we had a stamping party at the end. This is my 9th place choke, which is really funny because all I play is islands. And this has signatures from Retromancers. It has signatures from Duress Crew guys. It's got signatures from Columbus locals, from my Michigan locals. So I'm pretty proud of that. And it was gifted to me by Moderator Juice, which is also cool. This is a cool island. I agree. The only problem I have is I'm pretty sure the Mirage Islands don't have the mana symbol in the text box. That's why I don't play this in real life, because I actually love the mana symbol so much. So I wonder if, I bet I could get Kyle LeDuc to alter the mana symbol into it for me. Ooh, Jackal Pup, we will not be standstilling. Burn's probably hard. Your videos got me deeper into the pre-modern metagame. Keep it going. You got it. If you're watching this video, good luck. Thank you so much for the kind words, buddy. All right, we're going to untap and take a draw. Ooh, it's an Illusionist. That would be better if we had a Didgeridoo. We'll just pass for now. We might even consider taking the 2. It depends on how our opponent sequences their turn. I could do the peel alter on them. Then that would be sweet. I need to find someone. So my buddy Shirt is really good at the peels. I have a feeling I would suck at the peels. I have a feeling I would ruin them every single time. I should commission them. We got a local player, Bobby, who goes crazy with the peels. Okay, Black Vise. I think we can we play under the Black Vise actually? I'm going to try to leverage Standstill. I don't think that I actually can. This looks like Pillar, Vise, Burn. So we're going to mana leak that and take our 2. There's another Shivan Reef. Here's a land. We're chilling some more. This turn, I might have to take a really weird line. It's going to depend on if they do anything in their first main phase. Mountain. Declare attackers. All right, they didn't do anything in their first main phase. I'm actually going to take a dangerous line by taking 2, going to 16, effectively 15 because I'm going to fire. But I'm going to hope that they play another creature. They don't. Okay, on their end step. Now I'm going to look really dumb. Fire. 1 and 1. Going to 15. I took damage for no reason, but if they like had another pup or something, I think I needed to be able to take them both out. They tap for a red. Bolt me. This is a good time to bolt me, opponent. I think this is the ideal time. Because if I draw a Counterspell and you bolt me with Standstill on the stack, you miss out on some serious damage. Pyrokinesis is reasonable. We'll play Shivan Reef, and we will stand still. I also love the Medvedev burn list. There's the Bolt. I didn't draw the Counterspell, so you're good. No harm, no foul. Incinerate? Yep, Incinerate. I'm at 9, and I need this Standstill to do God's work for me. All right, go. For Ankh of Mishra, Medvedev's an absolute demon, dude. That dude fucks. All right, opponent's going to crack the Standstill straight away, meaning they must have some serious firepower in their hand. And I don't have any interaction to this, so I go to 6. Pyroblast Bolt kills me. Pyro Pillar. That's bad. I'll have to play Tahngarth the hard way. Actually, it's the same thing to play it the hard way as it is to Didgeridoo. I take 2 from Shivan Reef, or I take 2 from casting the Didgeridoo. I think I'll cast the Didgeridoo. Going to 4, and I can't even mana leak a Fireblast if our opponent plays it correctly. This is a bad spot, chat. Try using your fetch land when there's an Ankh of Mishra in play. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That'd be bad. Opponent just paused there, which means I think they were reading Didgeridoo for the first time. Woody Footy. Maybe they don't have a Fireblast, I say, hopefully. Activate Didgeridoo. Put in Tahngarth. Next turn. All right, another Pyrokinesis. Combat, we're racing now. Attack for 4. Combat damage. Okay, you can go. Tahngarth is funny against Pup. Yeah, you want to take more damage? All right. That's a Mog Fanatic. No responses to a Mog Fanatic. Attackers. End step, activate Didgeridoo. 1, 2, 3. Minotaur Illusionist. Let's I can wait till my main phase to do this. Go to our turn. Standstill. Let's Pyrokinesis Mog Fanatic with all of our damage. Pitching Pyrokinesis. We don't take any damage to the pillar. Now they can fling it and bolt and bring us into bolt range, but we've got a mana leak, so if it's Incinerate, we can still beat it. Hey, how do you pronounce your last name, Brian? Thank you for the subs. You're gifting 3 tier 1 subs. Appreciate that. Everyone say thank you to Mr. Brian. Super cool hang. We got a sweet coverage match at the Buckeye Brawl. It ruled. Heidel. Heidel. Heidel? Brian Heidel. Great. Now I don't feel like such an idiot. Thank you so much. It was super cool chatting with you. I cannot wait to chat. We want to get him into the studio for the NeonMushroom channel to do some value vintage stuff. But we got to coordinate it properly. We could still just die here, by the way. Soup Smuggler. Oh, so you got Soup, a gifted sub? That's sweet. So now our opponent is in this funny little spot where if they cast a spell, they go to 1. And if I can mana leak, they say GG. Am I dead? Oh, I got there? Holy shit. Thank you, Minotaurs. Our opponent flooded out a little bit, which is exactly what we needed. Hydroblast and Misdirections, I think, are good. I think everything else sucks. I could see Pyroclasm being a reasonable pick if we have enough to take out. I think Pyrokinesis is better than Pyroclasm in a world of Pyrostatic Pillar. I think that mana leak on the draw is actually pretty bad. I think that Prophetic Bolt is a 5-drop. And I think that Standstill on the draw is a little underrated. Overrated, rather. I am going to rate it under what I think people might think it would be. We'll submit. It worked currently, but wanted to jump in and say, hi, thanks, buddy. Congrats on your finish. You also had a killer finish at the event. This hand contains Lightning Bolt, Pitch Castable Misdirection, no Didgeridoo. I don't think this is enough gas. We're going to mulligan. This hand contains a Didgeridoo, something to cheat and to play with it, a Hydroblast, and Fire Ice. We'll keep this. I would be much more afraid of Blood Oath. That's a good point. That's a very good point. I got to remember that the thing's also an instant. All right, we keep, we pitch, Fire Ice, done, go. Turn 1 Black Vise, ruin my whole day. Misdirection with Blood Oath would be funny. That's true. That's very true. There's a Bloodstained. We got some action. All right, this is a pup. I think I need to Hydroblast the pup. You know what? Maybe I can take 4 from the pup, actually. I could hold up the Hydroblast. There's a Standstill. Or do I just get the Didgeridoo in play? I think we're blasting. I think we can't just take a bunch of free damage from this pup. Destroy the pup. If I wait, then they could have Red Blast for it, and then that pup does its best ball lightning impression, and then we're just dead. Though Lanny and Mike discussed just throwing the tech Medvedev came up with into the regular Sly list. That could be correct as well. Medvedev's he's just an MTGO grinder. He does good in every format, and he's got a good brain for the game. His tunes are pretty on the money. I think we're gonna, do we Didgeridoo before Standstilling? Do we kind of have to? Yeah, I think so. I think maybe we can just Standstill here. Yeah, I think we're gonna Standstill. I want to use all my mana. If this gets Hydroblasted or Pyroblasted, so be it. It's just an Incinerate, so looks like we're gonna get some cards. Oh, it is target opponent Blood Oath, so we can't Misdirection Blood Oath. Good call. I wonder if they're thinking about Fire Blasting. That would be dangerous. Hey, I told my friends that I'm playing against you in the Premodern community and wants to give you a shout out. The Premodern community of Kovia wants to give you a shout out. Oh, thanks guys, appreciate that. Well, let me just shout out. I hope I'm not destroying the pronunciation of this. Covih with a with an umlaut over it, kind of at Kovia. I'm shouting them out too. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. They just play Mountain. They don't want to do anything else. We have a factory, so we've got a way to establish a clock, which is meaningful. So we'll just play the factory and pass. Sorry, I'm a filthy American. I don't know. I'm not good at any place else. My geography knowledge is poor. Do we get in? I think so. Beat. They'll have to deal with this at some point. It's not like I have permission in my hand. Deal with the factory, pop my Standstill. If they're going to do this, they should take the 2 and then at end step do it. That way, if I'm going to miss my land drop, I actually miss my land drop, right? All right, there's an Overload. Okay, that's a good use of the Overload. However, they pop the Standstill, so now I've got some action to take. We'll hold up the Bolt, so we'll just play Didgeridoo. See if they've got a second Overload. Go. They got a Bolt for sure. Down to 2 in hand, 3 in hand, land drop. Okay, killing me is not in range, which is really, really quite good for me. Lightning Bolt me, I'm at 9. Let's see if we can stabilize here. A couple legendary creatures aren't going to do it on their own, but we'll cheat in a Tahngarth, and it'll take away their ability to kill us with creatures, which will be really good. Another land does not help their position at all. All right, end step, let's activate the Didgeridoo. Kovala Premodern community says hello. Yeah, I just shouted you guys out. How do you pronounce that? Can you give me a phonetic pronunciation? I'm not that good at English, or trying to pronounce a non-English word is a lost cause for me. Tap 3, put Tahngarth into play. I've got a 4/4. My turn? Nice. On tap. Hydroblast is the top deck of all time. Get in for 4, because we've also got 7 points of chip damage in our hand just from spells. So this is quite good. Go. They're at 13, effectively 9, effectively 6. If they fetch again, they're dead to fire lightning bolt. Although certainly they can't draw more lands. But thanks for the shout out, guys. Appreciate it. End step, let's activate the Didgeridoo. 1, 2, 3. They tap for 2. They incinerate. We let that go. I'm at 6. They fire blast. This one is worth a Hydroblast. All right, cheat in the Minotaur Illusionist. My turn. Yeah, sorry, opponent. That was really lucky for me. All right, combat, full send. Same sound as N on the I. Same sound as N on the L. Oh, man, I'm going to butcher that. Thank you. Thank you for trying to help me. I really appreciate it. No combination of these spells kill, so we're just going to chill. No kill, so we chill. Oh, I think that's it. They're hellbent, so I just get to Prophetic Bolt them at end step. It still feels like America's catching up to the international pre-modern scenes of separate varieties all over the world. Like Brazil's got a massive pre-modern scene I recently discovered. I mean, you can kind of tell just going through deck drops. They have huge tournaments. All right, bolt you, grab a counterspell, any order. My turn. Untap. Combat. It's a big GG. GG's. Good luck in rest of league. He says, kill me. Yes. Die with honor. GG's, opponent. Nice. Minotaurs got 3 wins. I guess let's shoot for... And our loss to elves, like, we could have easily won. This deck's kind of crazy. Oh, we're playing against B. Paris in round number 5. We're going to fight as hard as we can for the 4-1. Ooh, real quick plug. We're going to be doing a paper stream on Thursday with Max. I will keep this hand because we have the Didgeridoo, the Minotaur Illusionist, some permission, no red source, but we're gonna fight. Just an island. Okay, this appears to be Stifle Knot. When I see a lone island, I think Stifle Knot. There's the mountain. All right, opponent, daze this. I'm not Stifle Knot. There's my Didgeridoo. If you ever want to see our stuff tournament, what am I seeing? Oh, it's on MTG Decks, Roll Oriental. Oh, I've missed so many chats. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm focused on not dying to Dreadnought here, which is, I believe, what we're playing against. Could be Stasis, which my Tahngarth is actually really good against. I think we'll play Shivan Reef. That way we can ice as well if we need to. Stopping MTG is great popper YouTube in Brazil. An amazing human. Sick. Very sick. First pre-modern Brazilian national. It's so sick to hear about all these fire tournaments launching. If you're watching this on Fluorescent Fungus, do yourself a Google. Head to the Discord. There's probably a big pre-modern tournament coming up in at least a couple months near you. It seems like everywhere there's just scenes popping up left and right. It is super cool. Are we getting dreadnoughted yet? No? Okay. I think I will neglect to take an action. My turn. Untap, draw? Maybe. All right, we'll play another island, and we're just going to continue to chill. No dreadnoughts allowed. They could still be on stasis, too. End step, let's go Didgeridoo. Minotaur Illusionist. My turn. Untap and draw a mana leak. That will help our position. Here's a factory, combat, swing for 3. By the way, the 32-person event he mentioned is also under RTN Covila. Oh man, I'm gonna after the stream, I'm gonna educate myself on how to pronounce that word. I need Google to fucking walk me through it. My brain wrinkleless. Nothing. There's nothing going on upstairs, you guys. Played my first pre-modern tourney on Saturday, the Didgeridoo Regional. Let's go. Make sure I hope you made sure to say hi to Doomwake. We had over 100 players. I went 0-4. Don't feel too bad about that. The New England crowd is insane at Magic. Still had a great time. The community is awesome. Yeah, I've had the pleasure of hanging out with Billy, and if their community is anything like Billy, beautiful. End step, I could pump fake with my Didgeridoo to try to get them to stasis, but I think I'm good. We'll just untap and draw. Here's another blue source, because blue sources are goated. And then I think for one more turn, I will not attack with Factory, so I can hold up Mana Leak and Counterspell. Next turn, I'll play my 6th land, then I can kind of like have my cake and eat it on that. And then I'll pass. Doomwake went 4-3. That's sick. That's a really great record for the first one. Just hardcast Gush. Yeah, that's fine. Portent is fine. Opponent's just kind of not taking game actions, which is a little bit weird. Also, I think hardcasting Gush, unless their hand's already full of islands, is usually a little bit freaky when you're trying to like do protected Dreadnought lines with like foil and stuff. So it's usually better to untap main phase Gush, floating the mana, play the land back out, and have extra islands in hand. But they might be playing for a different land. If B. Paris, I think I played this player in front of Remember, they're quite talented. So I'm not going to, all right, let's pump fake with the Didgeridoo. All right, I won't put anything into play. Next turn. Hey, I actually have a Didgeridoo. Love the Minotaur tribe. Yeah, me too. It's pretty sweet. You draw off your portent. There's another Didgeridoo that does not help our position. Let's activate the factory and attempt to clean this clock up a little faster. Combat, full send. Yeah, that's true, Toad. They could have another Gush in hand. As a matter of fact, it appears they just do. Yeah, you can draw cards. There he is, the shrimpy boy. Do I just let this go? Certainly no, right? Like, we need to fight them to get them to use their interaction. Counterspell. They counterspell. No response. All right, you've got a Dreadnought. I'm actually going to mana leak their enabler so they tap out because I want to ice that Dreadnought and try to race them using Fire Ice. Mana leak Stifle. They daze for sure. No response. I have no effects. Just a Portent. So no double Dreadnought yet. All right, my turn. Untap. You draw. Then I draw. Faerie Conclave actually does somewhat improve our position. We'll play that out. I wonder if we're supposed to skip icing for this turn. I wonder if it's better to do it in their upkeep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we want to... I guess I can blink foil, but not counterspell. I think we're just icing right now. Yeah, we're going to ice now. I don't like our spot, but we've got like some lines that we can try to take. They've drawn a lot of cards, so the chance they have another counterspell is like through the roof high. But I think we try. They pitch cast foil. Okay, so we're going to chill because if we draw a lightning bolt, we can actually kill them on a race. And there's no way they're going to play this game by not attacking with Phyrexian Dreadnought. Attackers, no blockers. I shall drop to 7. Gush, main phase. All right, 3 gushes is a lot of gushes. Factory, no. Another Dreadnought, no. It's falling apart in our hands. All right, we'll give it a draw step, but I don't think we can do that. What? They play Dreadnought to untap Dreadnought? That's so cool, actually. I haven't ever seen someone do that before. Fire Ice off the top, please. Standstill. It's not enough. All right, we're going to go to sideboard. We've got some action in the sideboard, luckily. We don't have any annuls in our board, notably. This is not my list. We're going to bring in 2 Misdirections, 2 Overloads, 3 Pyroblasts. And we're going to take out 2 Pyrokinesis, 4 Lightning Bolt, and a single copy of Fire Ice, I think. Yeah. You know what? Fire Ice is actually pretty easy to cast. It'll be a Prophetic Bolt. There we go. Let's try this. Do we still have enough blue cards? Yeah, we only took out 1 blue card. This is fine. Submit. Oh, sorry. Did I miss something from Grease? Grease asks, is it better to interact with Shrimp on the stack or destroy it once it's in play in response to the Charm Stifle? Toad says usually counter the Shrimp. They've only got 4 of those. Yeah, exactly. So the reason you'll see people countering the Shrimp as their first attempted interaction is because once it's in play, there's 8 cards that protect it, and then there's infinite cards that like can be effective versus your interaction. So if you can nab it before it comes into play, it's good. Plus, if you hit their Shrimp and they don't have counterspell, the enabler stuck in their hand and it doesn't really have text outside of tangoing with the Shrimp itself. So you can kind of soft tempo 2 for 1 your opponent for a turn or 2, which can be very good. All right, we are on the play. We got really lucky with our opponent taking so long to Dreadnought us. I don't know if we're going to get that lucky again. This hand contains a bunch of lands, but a naked Didgeridoo and no interaction. We have to mulligan this. We have to respect the Shrimp. This hand has a Misdirection. So this hand needs a red source. We're gonna gamble it all on just finding it. Let's pitch the mana leak and let's go. Land, tap it, Didgeridoo. Let's draw land. Red one, and to be safe, a Mishra's Factory. Tap 1 for a Portent for sure. If we simply miss our land, we're doomed here, but going to 5 would have been miserable too. All right, you draw, I draw. Damn, okay, pass turn. I think we're dead. Well, we've still got Misdirection. So we could, if they go to Shrimp us and use Vision Charm, we can misdirect the Vision Charm to phase out the Didgeridoo. Not a Prophetic Bolt. Oh no. Misdirect the Dreadnought or something. So Shrew King. There's a Dreadnought. Vision Charm. It's a Stifle. I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay, we'll simply draw Overload and misdirect the Permission. We're gonna draw red source. Check. Damn. 1 more turn. Oh, it fell apart at the end. I'm gonna take a 3-2 with this deck though. Ouch. End step. My go. Red source. Let's go. I'm gonna do this in their upkeep. Pass turn. Yeah, that's why I was kind of excited when they Dreadnoughted. I was like, can it be good? Let's go Overload. Cast. Target the Phyrexian Dreadnought. Blue Elemental Blast. Oh, this needed to be Hydroblast for it to work, right? Because there's no other red thing on the stack. Rats. Well, we're going to have to settle for a 3-2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and take a peep at the deck and just talk about it because it's super cool after MTGO stops having a seizure because it's currently doing that. This is a nice run. Pretty unfortunate that you had to end up matched with a Stifle Knot. Yeah, that's true. All right, there we go. Let's go to the collection and talk about this sick Minotaurs deck. Okay, the Minotaurs deck. What would I change? I think you could possibly get some annuls in the sideboard, although where you cut for them is a mystery to me. I think annul's really, really good versus Dreadnought, obviously, but the double whammy of Misdirection and Pyroblast is also pretty good. I could see maybe trimming to 1 Misdirection, trimming down to like I don't know, 2 Pyroclasm or 2 Hydroblast to fit in 2 Annuls, but it's pretty tight in the board. The main board was super impressive. We took a loss to Elves, which was kind of a bummer because it looks like a good matchup. But like I said, once their survival comes into play, all bets are off. And the games were close. This could have easily been a 4-1 if we had just like dodged the survival or played a little bit more cautiously. This deck's really cool. I think Didgeridoo is like super expensive in paper. So if you're going to get it, like proxy it maybe. Unless you just got them, then here's a deck to actually play the card in. Is this better than Counterburn? I've got no clue. I know the last run I had with Counterburn was a 2-3 and this was a 3-2. So do with that what you will. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time.